And welcome to Tea Time with Miss Liz. That's right, it's afternoon tea. And you can see three amazing people that are in the studio today. I have Shahaf, I have Esti, and I have Nar. They are the incredible team of Lifeboats. So I'm going to let them introduce themselves and what they do and who they are and what Lifeboats is all about. And we're going to enjoy an amazing tea time together, have some giggles, have some laughs, and get the awareness out there for this incredible organization of Lifeboats. So I'll start with Shahaf. Did I say it right?
Yeah, you said it's okay. It's not that important, it's just so thank you very much. It's an honor to be here on a second time. So I'm Shahaf, and I'm a school counselor and a family therapist, and I'm one of the founders of Lifeboats. I think that's it, right? Do I need to say something else?
It's short and sweet, just like a good cup of tea. Esti, if you'd like to share a little bit on who you are.
Yes, of course. So I'm Esti, and I am a family counselor. I work with youth in distress, and I'm also one of the founders of Lifeboats.
And Nar, if you'd like to share a little bit on who you are and what you do.
Nir, N-I-R, yeah.
Nir, Nar.
Oh, good. Call me Nar.
Nar is Nir.
My family name is Zichlinsky, is more difficult, so now Nir is okay. You want the short version or the long version about myself?
Whatever you prefer to share. The stage is all yours. Go ahead.
Okay. My name is Zichlinsky, married with 4 kids, twins, 24, and one is 20, and the little one, she's 10 years old. We adopt her, 3 biologic, and 1 is adopted. My professional background, CPA, senior partner in the past, senior partner at Video Israel, one of the largest firm in Israel. Then is Sherry Harrison, one of the richest women in Israel. I was a VP and senior with all kind of professions, but some of them director at Bank Poalim, the biggest bank in Israel, Shikun Ubinui, the biggest construction company in Israel. I have a group, SRI, Socially Responsible Investment. I invest in companies. I'm a businessman. I have all kind of factories. I'm also a consult all kind of companies from startups to the biggest companies in Israel. And also I lecture in universities and colleges, and philanthropy in Israel in all kinds. And here is Lifeboat. I'm also with the Shahaf and the Esti. We are partners. I think this is a social business. I want it to be a social business, not just an NGO or business, and to combine and to bring something good for the community and to the world.
So how did the 3 of you all get together to create this organization?
I came to I learned with Shahaf. Shahaf was my teacher, and also to my wife, as what kind of it was consulting to couples how to to bring themselves together or separate, but in a good separate. So my wife combine couples. I separate them with good.
So one gets rid of them and one brings them back together.
I didn't do that.
One kind of all the chain, all the and the chain. So and he said to me, you have to come with me. And I said, okay, if you want, you are my teacher, so I'm coming. So I come, and then Shahaf has his vision, and Esti has the mission, and I have the business plan. So we have together all kind of company.
So you're all sewn together like a sailboat. The big sail. You all meant together, right? So Esti, Esti, what was the vision of Lifeboats? Like you were the vision. Nair was the organizer.
For the vision, Esti has a mission, and I have to.
I'm in the mission, yes. I'm the real boss.
You're the real boss. Well, that's the way I like it, right?
I'm regular, but the women are the bosses. Yeah.
You were the one that mended it all together, right? Put it all together. So.
Yeah.
So what is your mission in life with Lifeboats? What is the goal of Lifeboats? Is it awareness? Is it prevention? Is it workshops? Is it classes? What's the vision?
Shahaf is the big boss.
The big boy.
So we have our main vision is prevention, and I think we talked about it last time, that prevention means don't look for the signs, prevent the signs from becoming. And because once you have the signs, it means damage was done, and now you need damage control.
Yeah.
So prevention is our main mission. In order to get prevention on such a unspoken subject, we need to raise awareness. We need to educate people. We need to educate communities. We need to recruit,
Join us.
Yeah, we need people to join us. We need to encourage people to become actively wanting to change and want to prevent. And as weird as it sounds, it's really hard, because most people find it very hard to talk about these topics of child abuse, and I think we didn't say it, but what we are doing is we want to prevent child abuse, sexual abuse, mental abuse, physical abuse. So people have very hard time to talk about it, and have even more hard time to want to prevent it, because many people are in denial and say, my child is okay, I'm okay. And I think in Israel we had in the last month or two, we had at least 5 hard stories about abusing kids in daycares, and we're talking about kids from 3 months old to 2 years old to 5 years old. Very hard abuse, physical abuse, mental abuse. Kids that would probably have an impact of this abuse all over their life. And people and journalism in Israel usually wants to talk about the story, and the story is when something happens, only when something happens. And when something happened, it already happened. And what we want to do, we want to prevent it. So we need to raise awareness, and we need people to want to do the change before it happens, before the abuse happens. So this is our main mission and goal.
In the Corona time, I think the mission and our vision is it's more than it was before. When we met Shahaf, I think 1 year from now, it was a vision, and we have a lot of time to do something. But now in Corona times, I think the violence in the families and also abuse are more than before. And I think this is now the time to take it out. I think we have to record all kind of lectures that you are going to do it in a small company, small groups. Now is the time to take it to the world, and also in Israel, that we are going to do. Our business plan is to make it a social business, so we can make money from it. But our goal is very social, and I think it's a good social cause. So now in time.
I think one of the problems in COVID is that when a country goes to lockdown, one of the hardest problems is that we have half of the kids are being locked down with their abusers. Half of the kids are having a vacation from their abuser, but half of the kids are at home with the abuser in lockdown, so they have no break. And there is no way to locate them. There's no way to help them. Only thing is to maybe find them or hear about it after lockdown.
Yeah, because not all abusers are like daycares and school or, strangers. Yeah. Like I shared in episode 1 with you, my danger wasn't at home, was with family. So this time is a very critical time for the kids that are being abused. They're on lockdown and there's no safety. Their only safety was in school or a daycare or, a youth group or something. And they don't have that now because of lockdown and because of COVID. So I believe that you guys are the only prevention awareness organization out there in the world, right?
Sad but true.
Sadly, yes.
And that is sad. Like, we need to be getting more prevention because we need to hit the problem before the problem.
You're right.
We don't. Yeah, we need to bring that awareness and prevention, right? And I like that you guys have opened this door and you are out there and you are saying, you know what, we need prevention before the issue. Let's not get the problem. Let's solve the problem before the problem comes. And I like that about this organization. And I like that you guys have put it out there to protect and prevent. And it's nice to see. And anybody who is watching, any viewers out there, any other organizations that are watching this tea time, step up. You guys could prevent it too in your countries, and reach out to Lifeboats. Like, these guys are amazing. They're easy to talk to, and they're willing to open their doors. So how can we get Lifeboats and other organizations connected? Is there a way we can do that? Is there a way that you guys have a platform or a reach out number that other organizations can reach out to you? How do they go about that?
We have a Facebook page. We have a website. Our website is parts of our website. The important parts have been translated to English, Arabic, French, and Spanish. And with all the international exposure, we are preparing to open curriculums and courses in English to people all over the world, to teach communities all over the world, because this is a worldwide pandemic, even worse than COVID, because you have 20% of the kids being abused at all times. It's not something that would go away. Public cannot be immune to that. The public needs to step up and to make a change. So what we want to do, we want to give our knowledge and teach communities all over the world and activists all over the world to prevent and to be able to reduce these numbers in the majority numbers.
I think governments, if we will wait for governments to do it, we will wait another COVID. So in 1920, I think we have to do like we are going to do in Israel, to go and to prevent the phenomenon, all the what we can see, the violence between us, among us, and etc. So let's not wait to the government to do it. Let's do it. Someone can see us, hear us, can take action in his country and to prevent, to help to prevent this phenomenon and the violence in the families, etc. So let's do action and not wait for the government to do it.
And I like that word, action. We need action, you know?
Yeah.
A lot of people talk, but we need the action.
Yeah.
And as a survivor, I strongly agree with that. We need action. There's a lot of organizations that do a lot of talking, but they don't do the walking. And we need the walkers, you know?
Walk the talk.
Yeah, exactly. Walk the talk, right? And I think that's why I've gotten so close to this organization, is because I wish this would have existed when I was a child, you know? I wish that I would have had this prevention. I would have had somebody to turn to, because I turned to family members and it was always, oh, stop over exaggerating. Oh, your uncle loves you. Oh, you're, you know, then maybe you're thinking too much about it, and let's let it go. And then once they were arrested and prosecuted, they did their time, they got out. Okay, well, now it's done and over with. We don't need to worry about it. Let's all go back to life again. And then reoccurring, you know? And then because I felt betrayed the first time, I didn't report the second time, because I was like, what's the sense in it, right? He's going to go away for a couple of months again, and he's going to get out. Everybody's going to go back to normal again, and it's just going to keep happening. So how do I get out of this? So I left. And I stood on my own. And even today, like, you know, my family is the people that I accept as my family. I create my own family now, because my family was danger. My family was sickness. My family didn't want change. They were set in their ways, and they still are today. And it's not healthy. And I didn't want my children around that and that. So I think when I heard about Lifeboats and I looked into it, I think my biggest thing was, I wish this would have been when I was a child. And I'm so thankful that you guys are here now, you know, and saving the children and preventing now, because we need it, right? So Esti, what was your biggest, what did you learn about yourself with the project? By building the project, what was the thing that you learned about yourself?
Wow.
Because you're the stitcher, right? You stitched everything together. So what was the thing that impacted you the most about this mission in life?
I think that I learned that I can do what I want, and what I don't know how to say it, to bring it out, but I think that I learned that I can. And if I keep doing and I don't stop, something is going to happen. And I think that people need to hear it, that if you do and you don't stop, something is going to change. And you can prevent this, and you can save lives. Just keep doing. And this is what I'm trying to do here.
And you're doing amazing. Like, you guys are doing amazing. You guys are slowly opening doors that need to be open, and you guys are not knocking, you are kicking. And I like it. Keep kicking. And your sail is going wide, because we will do what we can to get you out there. You know, your boat is going to float, and we will make a difference together. So, Nair, what did you learn about yourself?
Not much, because I learned before 10 years I make a change in my life, and mark the social business and social and CSR, corporate social responsibility, and I wrote encyclopedia 2,600 pages about what we are doing now. And I think everyone can say to himself, just me, how can I make a change? But if everyone will say like this, we will stay in place. Esti said, and I agree in every word, when you mark the target and you go and go, you can make change. And I mark the target all the time, and I think that in the Lifeboat, we make after 4 months, I think we discussed about our vision and to mark our goals. And when we agreed, three of us, I think we know how to do it, and we will do it. And we want to make a franchise all over the world. After we will build the lectures and all the materials and the books that we are going to take out and said, just use it. This is yours. We want to take everything that we learned and we know, and that everyone can use it. So I think, like Esti said, we have the goal, we have the vision, we have the mission, and for me, it's one of the favorite for Shahaf, I will say, but one of many things that I'm doing in my life that makes good for the community, for the government. In Israel, I'm doing all kind of things and help all kind of NGO, and I'm the chairman of all kind of NGO in Israel and business, and I think this is one of the favorite for myself. So I didn't learn about myself, but I think it's for me it's make me more happy and more good person.
And Shahaf, what did you learn about yourself?
I want to add something before I'm going to say what I've learned. I think first, Esti, can I talk about the first time I told you we're going to lecture together?
Yep.
It's a few months ago, somewhere in the beginning, I told Esti we're going to do the lecture together.
The secret is out.
He said, "No way! I'm not going to lecture. What do I know?" I forgot the word in English. How do you call a small bird that just hatched? I'm a hatchling.
Oh, egling, or say it in your language. Maybe there's somebody who's watching who understands. There you go.
So I just hatched. I can do a whole lecture, and yeah, she can. And I think Nir is pretty modest about what he learned, because what I liked about Nir and what made the connection between the three of us is that Nir is he's not from this area of expertise. He's a businessman. He knows numbers. He knows businesses. He knows how to negotiate. But when he approached something, he learns it, and he listened, and he listens very well. He had a good teacher, so, so he listened very well, and he really listened and understood our model and what we want to present to the world. So I think he learned pretty much. And what I learned, it's a bumpy ride. And I learned that when we work together, we can go through any bumpy ride we take. Sometimes someone falls and the other keeps walking, and then the other one falls and the other one keeps walking, and we help each other and we back up each other. And sometimes Nir say one small sentence that gives us how to say backwind that gives us strength, and we'll make mistakes. He said it once somewhere in the beginning. We'll make mistakes. That's okay. We'll get up and we'll continue. And this is a sentence. It's very trivial, but it gives us so much strength to say, okay, we can take a chance. Let's take a chance. Let's do it. What's the worst thing that might happen? We made a mistake. Yeah.
If you don't try, you don't know. That's what I say all the time.
Yeah, we can do it. So working as partners, and each partner brings its own beauty and its own knowledge, and sometimes we disagree, and we learn from it, and we dialogue about it, and we try to understand each other, and we learn about each other. And I must say that Nir doesn't know, but a few days ago we had me and Esti had some kind of how do you say? It wasn't an agreement. It was a disagreement. It was disagreement. Yeah, disagreement. Yeah. So, and we talked about it, and it was like every one of us was very solid in his own opinion, and although we were very solid with our own opinion, we listened, and we tried to understand what the other is bringing, and what the other wants to say, and what can I learn about it. And when we work as partners, so sometimes the others say something we don't fully understand, or we don't fully agree, but we need to work together, so we need to find a way. So it's not easy, but it's very, very fulfilling. And when you put your ego aside, and you understand that this partnership would help you sail, and would help you move forward stronger, so it's very, very you become 3 times stronger than you are when you are alone. So,
well, it's like a boat, right? It's like your lifeboats, and I'll get into that, why the name. But the lifeboat, it's a rocky ride sometimes, and sometimes the waters get rough, and then they're calm, and you need that roughness to get ahead, and sometimes you don't want to always go over that rocky road and that rocky wave, but you have to get to the other side, right? So what was the reason behind the name of the organization, Lifeboats? Who came up with the name, and what does it mean to you guys?
Esti used to ask me annoying questions. So it came out Lifeboats. Community making a change, something like that. In Hebrew, it sounds a bit different, but in English doesn't have the word of giving you one word that would give you that would describe the sense of feeling protected. Okay, so the name in Hebrew means that community is acting for this sense of feeling protected, because it's a community. It's the community's responsibility, and the Lifeboats is actually the one of our final figures, which are grandmas that's supposed to be in kindergartens and playgrounds to give support to kids and to parents that wants to ask, wants to know, wants to learn, wants to share. Let's say if I'm a parent, or if I'm a kid and I'm in kindergarten, and something's wrong happening in my home, and I need someone to talk to. So I can't go to the manager of the kindergarten, because she needs to make food. She has 40 kids on her head. I can't go to the assistant, because she needs to clean and to make food and stuff like that. And what we want to do in one of our final acts is that the community would demand each kindergarten to have a grandma that would be there to talk to the kids and to listen to the kids when we're talking about prevention and abuse. And this grandma has actually two major
say it in Hebrew. If you can't say it in English, say it in Hebrew, because there are people watching from all over.
two major jobs, one of them is to be present, what would give the kids the sense of feeling protected, because I can talk to someone, and when I can talk to someone, I feel more protected, and I project outside, don't mess with me, I have someone to talk to. And the other is to locate and to pay attention to the kids that might being abused, so that if something happens, they can see it in early stages and not wait 20, 30 years to for the secret to come out. So the first essence of Lifeboats was these grandmas, and it kind of evolves, because when you educate a community to become active and to become preventive, everyone can be a lifeboat for someone. And that's all what I'm saying is because Esti asked me annoying questions in the beginning. People have no idea.
She was switching the sail.
Exactly.
People have no idea how powerful annoying questions can be. And she said, "Do you mind if I ask you an annoying question?" I said, "Yeah, go ahead." And then she started shooting. Nir he also asked me hard questions, and all these questions really make you sharper and more focused on what you want to do, how you want to do it. I just came up with the original idea, but it wouldn't become what it is without these questions and these points of view that were given along the way. So it's all Esti's fault.
Like always.
Nir, I'm sorry, but she's more.
When Shahaf and Esti told me about the lifeboat, I said, I'm skipper, so you have your driver now. I'm coming with you.
So you're the driver of the boat.
Yeah.
Esti is the stitcher of the sail.
I just sit and enjoy the ride.
For you. So
I just sit on the floor and say, yeah, you know.
we're sailing. Yeah.
And you see how it all comes together, right? You guys have all come together as one, and your boats are really getting out there and that. Yeah. So one word, what does lifeboats mean to you? We'll start with Esti. What does lifeboats mean to you?
Lifeboat, I always say that, and I think that for me is life. Because when you prevent a child from being abused, you give him life. So for me, really, I can't find another word than life, and I think it said it all. Just being alive, saving life, being alive, feeling alive.
And that's an empowering word, you know, because we all have a life. We all matter, and I like that word. Now, what is your word?
First of all, to make life for others, and in personal thing, I think I said before that we adopt our little girl. She's now 10, and we adopted. And she was 1.5 here, and I always think where she was then and where she is now, and how many violence there are in all kind of children that don't have the opportunity like we gave to her, and also she gave to us all the time. She always said to me, Father, I think every time you are telling me that I'm making to you a lot of joy, and I'm teaching you a lot of joy, and I'm a joy person and a happy person, and she teach me more than I think before that I can do. So I think when we are making life for others, for me it's happiness that I can't imagine. It's good for me as a person, and it's good for the community. So I think we are doing something that if everyone that's listening now just do a bit of just a little things that we are going to do. So I think we have a better world, and this is making life for others. This is what I think Lifeboat is.
I like that. I like that the life and the happiness comes together. So Shafar, what? Shafar. I will get it right one day. I am so bad with names; it's awful.
I think by the time
it's my French tongue; it just rolls.
But by the time I get to Canada, you'll get it right.
There you go. Right? Of course.
I think listening to Esti and Nir and sticking with the word life is enough said. I think first I know Nir's kid, and she's an amazing kid. She's such an interesting person, and she's 8, right? 10?
Now 10.
No. Yeah. So, and she's a full person. She has such an amazing personality, and she's so special and so unique.
She consults couples like you are. You see it in
She consult you and Shelly.
Couples, and put them everyone on the chair, and ask everyone a question like Esti, and thing to see it.
So as I know Nir's kid, and I work with kids, and I work with adults that had suffered abuse as kids, and some of them in major parts of their life really sometimes feel dead and feel that part of their life was taken from them. So I really stick with the word life, because I think every kid is entitled to have a life, and a full life. And life is hard, and what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, but some things are not meant to be there. They're not. No kid needs to suffer that, and to be subjected to abuse and to being objectified. And so I'm going to stick with life.
See, and I like that, because as I'm listening to all of you guys share what Lifeboats mean to you, you need a life, you need happiness to bring a life. You all are connecting in ways that I'm a person who listens for messages and what my guests bring to me. And you guys bring me this understanding that there's hope. We don't need a problem to fix a problem. Let's fix it before it happens. And I like that there's a prevention plan out there. Now, you guys, do you have workshops? Do you have books that are going to be coming out? Do you go into schools? How does that work?
Esti, you want to give that brief?
You have 2 years?
Now it's you that's getting all the questions. I see how this is working.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you should see us at work. When we work, we dialogue all the time. So when people ask us questions, so we never give a direct answer. We always delegate, and we always dialogue, and we look at it from reflection points of view, and we do lots of reflections, and we reflect on our work and on what happened to us and what's happening to us. Like if something's happened, so sometimes we can say to the crowds like this really made my belly ache, or this makes me uncomfortable. I remember in one lecture, Esti read some kind of a script that one of our people wrote. It's called Behind the Door. It's very strong script. It came from the rough belly, and one of the people in the crowd corrected her in a word that she said. She said it's incorrectly in Hebrew, and someone corrected her, and it made us both stiff. It made us both very uncomfortable. Like, who are you to correct? When we're talking about abuse, the correction was from male to female numbers, and what Esti told me, she told me there's no gender in abuse. Everybody's being abused. So it made us both stiff, and we both dialogued it and reflected on that. What happened to us in that moment, and what it made us think and feel, and it made us both very, very uncomfortable. That when someone is reading very, very emotional script, and that we take it, we have a very strong relation with that script, and so we don't want to be corrected. Not on a. You can wait to the end and then say, you made a mistake. It really, and even then, you can just pass it. It's not that important. It's not a major mistake. It's just So usually we have a dialogue, and and it's very emotional for both of us. So you want to answer about the programs and stuff like that, or you want me to answer?
Take it. You started. Your problem.
You started the sales, so just keep going.
Exactly.
So Esti is leading one branch of programs that we do for parents. We have a few activists that's working with us, and we gave them the tools, and we gave them knowledge, and they are with us. They went with us the past year, and they are doing the work with parents, and the program with parents. And it's a very short program that gives tools to how to protect your kid, and how to create a more protective environment for your kid. And what I'm doing is more focusing on community programs. We have two major courses. One of them is a support, educating supporters for people in crisis, in mental crises. What happens is there are people family counselors and couples counselors and parents educators and stuff like that meet people, meet parents, meet couples, and sometimes one of the parents is in a crisis, in a mental crisis. He needs help, and because he made the first connection with the counselor, he feels very, very attached. He feels very open, and he doesn't want to talk to anyone else. He wants to talk to this counselor, and it could be a hairdresser, by the way. It could be a how to say reflexologist, or so it could be anyone that helps you and touches your soul, that you might open up to, and then you hear about his crisis and you say, hey, I can't do it. I don't have the tools. I'm not the right professional. So you pass it on, and then the person feels is being ditched. So what we do in this course, we teach people to be the witness. Go with and go and be with, be present and support this this person in crisis. You're not a therapist. You're not a psychologist, but you will have the tools to walk with him through hell and back, through psychologists, through therapists, and whatever happens, you can be with him, and you have the tools to walk with him. And this is our support curriculum. And the other curriculum is what I talked before. It's a program that teaches all of our method and system, from early beginning and understanding the problem to how to become a community that has does active work to change the community, to change life, to change prevention, and to act in a way that would give kids a better environment to grow up. And this is a half a year curriculum, and we're going to start. We have one course starting in the mid October, and we're thinking about opening even more of these courses. And I think in next stages we would write everything up and everything. That's it. Did I miss anything, Neil, Esti?
No, I don't think so.
For now, this is one of the courses or two courses, but a year from now, I think we will have all the methodology, and then and then we can franchise it to the world. After it will be written in all kind of languages, and we can give all our knowledge to others. This is what we want. This is what we want to share. Everything that we are doing now, Shahaf, Esti, and myself in our lives is sharing all the knowledge all the time. All the time, it's written in the books that you can't copy, and the books in our books, it's written, just take it, use it, just do it, do something good with the materials. So this is our vision and mission, that will take all the knowledge of three of us and more people that behind us, and to do something good for the community and to the world.
So, with Lifeboats, what is the final message that you guys would all like to give to everybody that's watching today? In your area, in the world, what's the final message you would like to give to everyone?
To do. Just to do.
Exactly. Just to do.
Do.
Get
do.
up and do something.
All the time and to write books, etc. And we know how to write things and to do things. And the difference between something that will happen is to do. And as we said, Shahaf is the vision, Esti is the mission, and I wrote the business plan that we can do more to the community, and together we can do it. Each one of us can't do what we are going to do. So I think we have just to do things. If we don't do, we can talk about it in the other time that we'll stay in the same place, and we will not do it. We are going to do and to make the change.
It could be 1 hour a week. Choose something and do it. As long as you do it. You can scream as much as you want. Screaming won't make a change. You want to make a change, you have to be the change. You have to do the change.
A lot of work. A lot of work.
I agree with that. Like, we need more walkers. We have enough talkers, but we need the walkers.
Yeah.
You know? So we need more sails to get those boats out there. So how can I help you guys? Is there a direction that you're looking for? Is there a door you want me to open up? What could I do for you guys?
No, now. You open the door now, so it's one step for us. And maybe in the future, more interview Shahaf and Esti.
So more tea times.
I think one of our one of our
main goal.
way of considering things, and when people ask us, what can I do, or can I help? Yes, you can. You can join us. If you have an idea, go for it. Put on a sail and do. If you can connect us, if you can open doors, if you have people that might be interested in.
The trustee, maybe the trustees, how we call it, Ne'emanei. So let's talk about the Ne'emanei, okay? I think this is one of the things that can change. So maybe give us a few words about this. This is really the change the world.
So talk about it. It's okay.
You are the professional.
You're the big boy.
He's bigger, he's 2 days older than me.
Well,
I think we call it trustees, yes? Or not trustees, the people that learn how to do it, and they will go to do it in all over the world, and we just give the methodology, but they can take from us all the knowledge, etc. But we called it trustees, I think. It's not
I'm trying to think.
Lifeboat. Yeah, how to say it in English?
I'm trying to find the word in English.
Yeah.
Say it in Hebrew.
Ne'emanei Sfirat Hatzala. In English.
I think
in Arabic, now it's divided. Maybe in Arabic.
What we want to do is to reach as many people as we can to become trustees or people that want to become people that would help us progress. Not help us, but
leaders of community.
Okay.
Yeah. Lead prevention in the community and teach them our methods, and so they can take it on and put it in their community, because what's so special about our model of work is that it's a seed, and you can put it anywhere you want and it would grow. And if you put it in Canada, it would grow white, and if you put it in Israel, it would grow red, and if you put it in Russia, it would grow green, and perhaps red and green. But it can grow in any community. It's so basic, and it's so simple in its essence, that you can plant it anywhere, and each community can grow it by their own norms and rules and languages, and it would become their own lifeboat. You know, like if you look at history, so you had the Norwegian boats. They were, if I remember correctly, they were long and narrow, so they can go through rocky places. And you had the Roman boats. They were big. I might skip that lesson in history, but each
I suck at history, so.
each community had each place in the world had its own boat, but they all had boats.
Yeah.
So these seeds can be planted anywhere and can be grown anywhere to become something unique, especially unique to that community. So that's what we want to do. So whoever can be connected to us and come and study with us and take this work and take it to the next level in his own community is blessed. So whatever you can do, do it.
Just do it. Got it. So walk. Just walk.
Yeah.
So I don't even get to get in the boat. I just walk, right?
And you can carry the boat and walk. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Whatever idea you have, you can do it. We are with you.
Okay, sounds good. I will get in the boat then. I'll bring the food. I'll bring the tea.
It's not less important than anything else, you know?
That's right. So before we close up the tea time, I want to ask you all, what does tea mean to you?
Tea or team?
Tea. Like a tea. Like a good old cup of tea.
Hot and cozy.
Hot and cold, warm, any kind of tea. What does tea mean to you guys?
I think Esti said hot and cozy, right?
Yeah.
Hot and cozy? I like
cozy.
it. Mm-hmm.
I think tea means to me being calm.
Being calm.
Like when your belly is in my family, you drink tea when sometimes when your body is not in focus. So if your belly aches or if, usually you're given tea. So I don't feel really well. Take some tea.
Here's your cup of tea.
So for me, tea is being calm, because there's something when you drink tea, it calms you down in a way.
Yeah, it does. And Nar, what does tea mean to you?
Tea, I drink tea with my family, so it's like, for me, it's family, warm, love, etc.
I love it. So we got warm, cozy, calm, and family. Again, see, you all blend together, just like a perfect cup of tea. And with that, I want to thank you all for joining me for tea time. And we will close up tea time with Miss Liz. And again, my door is open for you guys. So if you need anything at all, I'm here for you. And if you need any numbers, any names, anything, I am there for you guys. And keep doing the amazing work you're doing. Keep sailing your boat and bringing lifeboats to the world and getting more prevention services out there like you guys are doing. Incredible work. And check them out. Check out their Facebook page. And thank you all again for joining me for tea time. And we will close up tea time with Miss Liz.
Thank you very, very much.
Miss Liz, tea time, yeah, making a difference. one cup at a time. Tea time. Yeah, this is tea time. Yeah, making a difference. One cup at a time. Tea time. Yeah. So be sure to grab your tea, grab a seat, tune in to Miss Liz. Tea time, making a difference. One cup at a time. Tea time, yeah. Tea time.
Thank you for joining me, Miss Liz, for tea time, making a difference, one cup of tea at a time.